Well, with me now to discuss what's in store for a possible second term of the Trump administration is Acting Director of Domestic Policy, Brooke Rollins. Hi, Brooke. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi, great to be with you. Thank you so much.
So first, I want to ask you about the president's Platinum Plan for our viewers at home who might not be familiar. It's the White House's economic empowerment initiative for Black Americans. Now, since the president didn't sign an executive order, has the White House come up with a detailed strategy to implement that plan nationwide into African American communities?
Well, thank you for asking. Our Platinum Plan we unrolled, I believe, September 23rd, so a little bit over a month ago in Atlanta, Georgia. It was really the accumulation of 3.5 years of nonstop work for all of America, but a lot of work specifically targeted to our Black communities around the country, whether it was criminal justice reform with the First Step Act, whether it was the permanent funding of historically Black colleges and universities, whether it was record-setting job rates and low unemployment numbers, the lowest poverty rates on record. It was really one thing after another. And about 1.5 years ago, we were talking with the president and just decided that we wanted to put it all in one place, that this unprecedented effort to lift all Americans to a real shot at the American dream, but especially those who'd been left behind or for so long forgotten after decades and decades and decades of promises made but promises not kept from other leaders, both Republicans and Democrats. So the Platinum Plan that was unrolled about a month ago was really the years of work here at the White House and leadership by this president of a vision where every American can succeed, no matter what your last name is, no matter how big your bank account is, no matter what the color of your skin is. So that Platinum Plan is part of that. Now, it includes a lot in it, including new jobs, further criminal justice reform, a national clemency project. You can find it on our website or any of our viewers that are interested. But we already have the plans in place, the teams in place. If the American people rehire this president on Tuesday, on Wednesday, it will begin. So we're really excited about it.
And I want to ask you about health care as well. We know the president unveiled his America First health care plan. It's designed essentially to be a replacement plan for Obamacare. It vows to protect pre-existing conditions, but it does need to be drafted as legislation in order to officially replace the Affordable Care Act. The White House has had time to come up with a replacement plan since the failed vote to replace and repeal that. Has there been any legislative progress made with lawmakers to legitimize this plan?
Well, thank you for asking about that. So what I would say is that those are almost two different topics. The America First healthcare plan looked at all 336 million Americans and are they getting the health care they deserve at the cost they can afford with the choices that they need. And that's what the America First healthcare plan. Obamacare, through the Affordable Exchange Act, I'm getting some music in the background. Did y'all hear that? I'll just keep going. Through the Affordable Care Act, thank you so much. I'm glad my answer was so good, though, that we had some great music to back it up. Yeah. But what I will say is that the Affordable Care Act, only 10 million Americans are actually in the Obamacare exchanges. 10 million out of 336 million. And of those 10 million people, only 1 million have a pre-existing condition. And in America, we have about 133 million Americans that are considered having pre-existing conditions. So when you look at the pre-existing condition question and you look at it within the context of the Affordable Care Act, it's a very, very small slice of Americans. Having said that, this president has been resolute in his dedication and in his absolute conviction that we will ensure that every American with a pre-existing condition will be covered. But one thing I want to say, and this is why, this exaltation of Obamacare by the Democrats and the left, every Democrat candidate except for Joe Biden called Obamacare a failure during the primaries. Only Joe Biden wanted to double down on it because it's his signature deal. Obamacare was a failure. 5 million people lost their coverage. 5 million. Thousands of doctors fled the system. Thousands of Americans lost their doctors as a result. Premiums went up 100% after being promised they'd come down $2,500 a family. Failure, 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 failure. So this president wants to change it and end it, which is why we're in court for the third time, and replace it with something better. So to get to your question, there's $1.8 trillion in the current system that will pay for Obamacare over the next decade. we will take that 1.8 trillion and we will ensure it gets directly to the patient. It doesn't go through the special interests. It doesn't go through the hospitals, which is the problem now, which is why costs went up so much. And as the president has long said, promises made, promises kept. The American people should feel very confident that the system, if the Affordable Care Act is struck down, that the system to replace it will be much better, lower cost, better care, and more choices.
Want to see more videos like this? Visit OANN.com for immediate access to all the clips you've been waiting to see.